Security Cabinet on Wednesday has agreed to scrap a new law that permits the Prime Minister to declare war, quote, in extreme circumstances after only consulting the Defense Minister. The law previously required a full cabinet vote. Sometimes in Israel's past, the Prime Minister and the Defense Minister had been the same person. Opposition lawmakers said the law was dangerously vague. What is exactly extreme circumstances? And it removed any real oversight for the Prime Minister to order major military operations. But the law passed easily this month. There was, though, a wave of public backlash, and the Prime Minister himself is proposing the law be scaled back to give the war power to the smaller Security Cabinet. Back here with Shai, the law was very controversial this month, but it passed easily, and there were some reasonable points that if the full cabinet has to convene in an extreme circumstance, let's say an attack, you can't get everyone together, and there had been past instances of dangerous leaks to the media. So is this a fair revision to only have a smaller council take it up?
There are logical arguments on both sides. I think what this tells you is, first of all, the amount of influence the current events can have over the mood in government and how it can have a real effect on decisions that are taken. Just a few weeks ago, we had an entirely different situation. There was all this apprehension over what Iran could do, how Iran is going to respond to different Israeli strikes in Syrian territory. Now Iran has responded. Israel was able to contain the event and even struck back.
So they're taking a step back.
Right.
Kind of.
It seems that we're past that immediate crisis. The Iranian problem in Syria persists. But now the mood has changed here in Israel. A lot of people have taken a sigh of relief.
The Iranians were very concerned by that law.
By the war law.
Very concerned that now only two people in Israel can make a decision.
One could be one.
That was a source of concern in Iran.
So now the Security Cabinet, I mean, once this revision takes effect, it'd be 7-10 people who have to convene, not 20, right?
Correct. And by the way, this goes back to, it's an issue that goes back to Operation Protective Edge. Specifically, the Jewish Home Party leader, Naftali Bennett, who has some military experience, was very upset that there was not enough consultation back then with the entire cabinet. It's not surprising that the Jewish Home Party was basically the leader in this effort to revise the law. Once again, there was also a lot of opposition from the actual opposition.
And also some even from within Likud. The ruling coalition said we understand the backlash a little bit because we don't know what the definitions are.
Also important to take in mind that the Prime Minister and the Defense Minister themselves don't have a very rich military history in terms of experience. The Prime Minister was a captain during his own military service. The Defense Minister was less than that.
Sergeant.
Right, exactly. So you're talking about much more experienced figures who exist in the Security Cabinet. For example, Yoav Gallant or Naftali Bennett.